In the Aztec Empire, human sacrifice was a crucial part of religious practices. It is estimated that around 20,000 people were sacrificed annually during the height of the Aztec civilization, and these sacrifices were performed for various reasons, including religious and political purposes. One of the most important and widely known rituals of Aztec human sacrifice was the sacrifice of prisoners of war or slaves at the Great Temple in Tenochtitlan. The ritual involved several steps, beginning with the selection of the victim. The Aztecs believed that the gods chose the sacrificial victim, and they were often selected from among war captives or convicted criminals. Once the victim was selected, they were taken to the Great Temple, where they were prepared for sacrifice. The preparation process involved cutting the victim's hair and dressing them in special white garments adorned with specific symbols. The victim was then led to the top of the temple, where a priest would perform the ritual sacrifice. The victim's heart was removed from their chest and offered to the gods as a sign of devotion and gratitude. The body was then tossed down the stairs of the temple and into the plaza below. The heart was considered the most important part of the sacrifice, and it was often removed while the victim was still alive. The Aztecs believed that the heart was the source of a person's energy and provided the gods with a powerful life force that they could use to maintain order in the universe. The sacrifice was believed to help ensure the sun would rise each day and crops would grow successfully. The ritual sacrifice of human beings was not unique to the Aztecs, but it was more widespread and organized in their culture than in most others. Other Mesoamerican civilizations, such as the Maya and the Zapotec, also practiced human sacrifice, but on a smaller scale. The Aztecs believed that their gods required a constant supply of human blood to maintain the balance of the universe, and they viewed the sacrifice of human beings as an important and necessary aspect of their religious beliefs. The Spanish conquistadors, led by Hernán Cortés, conquered the Aztec Empire in the early 16th century, and put an end to the practice of human sacrifice. The conquest of Mexico was a devastating event for the Aztecs and other Mesoamerican cultures, as they were forced to abandon their religious beliefs and practices and adopt Christianity. Human sacrifice rituals were very important religious rituals in Aztec culture and consisted of specific steps. Here are some of the known steps related to Aztec human sacrifice rituals. Selection of the sacrifice. The sacrifice was usually chosen from among war prisoners, criminals, or free individuals. The selection of sacrifices was done according to a specific ritual, and they were considered as individuals pointed out by the gods. Transportation to the temple. The sacrifices were brought to the temple in a ceremony. The path to the temple was watched by a large crowd, and the sacrifice was expected to plead for mercy from the people. Preparation. The sacrifice's hair was cut, and they were dressed in white clothes with special symbols on them. This was done to prepare the sacrifice to be presented to the gods. Sacrifice. The sacrifice's heart was removed from their chest and placed on the altar to be presented to the gods. The sacrifice's body was thrown down from the temple. Presentation of the heart. The sacrifice's heart was prepared with various ceremonies to be presented to the gods, and it was left in front of the gods' statues. These rituals were some of the steps usually followed in Aztec human sacrifice rituals. However, the details of these rituals could change over time and vary in different periods. Also, human sacrifice rituals were not only performed at the main temple but also at other temples in Aztec culture.